It seems easy to stay in your comfort zone. It only costs you the price of staying predictable. To be authentic, however, requires you touch the deeper pain of the part of you that has cried out for more, while on the surface you have chosen to settle for less. Probe the longing that awakens both the buried passion and the nagging frustration that connect you to what you truly desire yet don't know how to achieve.
My butt's stuck.
You made it!
I did.
I'm filming you.
Okay, my name is really Jennifer, but a lot of my friends call me Jiffy. Jiffy was kind of, it's really sarcastic, and when I got it, because it wasn't so Jiffy, kind of a little bit slow in some things. But anyway, I like the nickname, so I'm Jiffy. So, you wonder what makes Jiffy Jiffy? You know, who I am, what kind of person am I? Well, you know, I'm sassy. I can be very sassy. Just things just come out of my mouth sometimes. But I'm very sweet and caring, and I love people. Sometimes it can be a little bit mean, but when I'm mean, it really hurts my heart. I really, you know, it's like it stabs me back, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry I did that, you know. So really, you know, like I said, I'm a very kind person. But, you know, I'm pretty witty. I like to make up silly songs, and if I forget words, because sometimes I stumble over my tongue and I say the wrong thing. But if I forget something, I'll make up a word. And it always amuses me when people start, you know, singing my stupid little songs or saying my stupid little words, because they always end up doing it. They always do. So you know what really makes Jiffy Jiffy? Just wait for it. You wanna know? I'm silly. I like my silly sheep. Yeah, they're really silly. I'm 39, but yes, I like these silly little sheep. I'm whimsical at times. I like silliness. But I like things that are beautiful. I love traveling. I love Europe. I'm a European kind of girl. I loved when I went to the Czech Republic. Oh, how I loved it. I'd love to go back to Prague. That was like just the best place in the world. All that old architecture, and just imagine you're there back in time. You know, one time I was at this castle, and I could just imagine. It's just the day was all delightfully dreary. It was just it started to snow a little bit, and you could just
imagine the sweet aroma of shit in the gutters wafting up to your nose.
Yeah, shit in the gutters. Yeah, that's the castle. Yeah, because we saw where the king, where he even had inside. There's just this is the king's bathroom. Was just this hole where he just took his crap, you know, right there. So everything went down, you know, underneath the castle. So yeah, that's not so romantic. But I try to not to think about those things.
You know, one of the most important things to me is my family. I come from a loving home. You know, my parents, Martha and Nathan Granger. My sister Cindy, she's Cindy Walker now, and my two little nieces, Hattie and Ginger. We like to call her Gigi, and my little sister Miranda. These people are very, very important to me. It's just, my weight has really just always affected me, that I just felt less. I felt like, you know, I always liked the popular boys, you know, and of course they didn't ask me out. I was friends with them, you know. It was kind of funny. It was like I was friends with the really cute guys, and some girls would be really jealous because they're like, well, ooh, he talks to you. And I was like, yeah, but he's not asking me out, you know. And so I missed my senior prom, and I always wanted to go to something like that. You know, I wanted to dress up and look pretty, and I never went to that. Never really dated in high school, except for I had one little guy that I kind of go smooch behind the stairwell in the morning. But that got pretty boring because he was really cute, but he was dumb as a rock, so that didn't really work out. It's been, I think, about 16 years since I've had a date. You know, so it doesn't really do much for your self-esteem. You know, you start feeling very unwanted. undesirable, in a woman's heart. You really want to feel that you're desirable. And I'm like, is there something so wrong with me, And so I want to blame it on my fat, because I was always told, guys don't like fat girls. So I would just shrink away and just, Okay. Things that I would really like to do if it wasn't because I'm so fat. I would love to go skiing one of these days. You really have to be in shape for that. I don't want to just fall over and make like a little avalanche. Make this big, huge ball and just roll down the hill. I'd like to do that. I would like to go hiking. I'm not one of those that's going to say, so I could fit in a roller coaster, because I don't really give a flip about that. So I don't care about that. Of course, I could actually fit in it. You just raise up your belly and fit in it. But anyway, one thing I am doing, because see, my faith is very important to me. People want to say religion is a crutch, but okay, if that's what you want to call it, whatever. But yeah, I lean on God. I lean on Jesus. He's very important to me. I love Israel. Those things are very important to me. This is something that I'm doing. See if you can see that. It's caring for people God's way. It's certificate in biblical counseling. So I, want to help people in that way. That's where my heart is, to help people. I want to help them to overcome, because I've been through a lot of things myself. So I, have the compassion and empathy for people, and that's what I do to help people. So that's something that makes me me, and what type of work I do, things that I'm good at. So here I am at the park. This is something that I would eat. I don't normally do an oink fest. I'm trying to be as authentic as possible. This is a lemon berry slush. I love lemon berry slushes. And what I got here, some onion rings, a large. That's mine, but somebody else's. And supersonic cheeseburger. I normally eat pretty well. I like my fruits and vegetables and stuff. One of my biggest problems is I obey the sugar monster too much, and I like to eat sweets and things like that. This is something I would eat only occasionally, because I normally cook at home, so I don't really go to restaurants and stuff. Hey, Hattie, should I be on The Biggest Loser?
Yeah.
Why would I be great for the show? Well, one reason, I am charismatic. At least I'm charismatic with my kids. I work with, kids, at-risk youth, kids that have been in juvenile justice system, kids in the school system. For some reason, they just love me, and I don't have to really say much to them, and they just follow me around. I'm like the Pied Piper. I'm like the lion tamer when it comes to kids. I used to work at this facility, and when anybody was having trouble with a kid, they would send me in. I could work with the kids. One time there was a little girl that she would not come out from under her bed. She was having problems where she had like flashbacks of things that had happened to her. And I just went in there and just started talking to her. And I started looking at the things she had on the wall and started saying, oh, look how pretty this is and stuff. And after a while, she just scooted out from under the bed. She had to start showing me all her stuff. And, and they would have been trying for an hour to get this kid out, and she was having so much trouble. But it's like I just went in there, and she just started sitting, she perched on her little bed, just started talking to me about all sorts of things. Because they know that I love them, the kids. I had this rapport with them that I don't really see a lot of people have that with them. And the next reason I'd be a great candidate for the show is I'm an overcomer. If you want stories, you'll have plenty of stories with me. There's things I've watched my grandmother starve to death. I've had my beloved uncle, he died from AIDS. That was a really, really tough time in my life. I actually survived a hurricane. I was in Hurricane Rita. Everybody forgets about her because she was a few weeks later after Katrina, but she was just as bad. I mean, I was actually in my house when this hurricane was coming through, so I know what it's like to
not evacuate and stay in your house when a hurricane is coming through. I have some loved ones that they deal with addictions, and that's been really tough, especially being that it's such close relatives. I'd rather not say right now who they are. Maybe I'll talk later about it, but not right now because I don't want to out the people in front of everyone. But that's been very tough. It's caused a lot of trouble in the family, and it's hard watching a loved one struggle. But anyway, one time when I was in the 6th grade, we had to do the mile relay. This is where you have 4 kids on a team, and each would do a lap and make a mile. Pass the baton and go against all these other groups of kids. Well, we had a PE teacher that had this bright idea that she was going to have the 4 fat kids in her class be on the same team. Well, first we had this one kid, she was my best friend at the time. She was supposed to go run her lap, and there's the PE teacher just yelling at her because, well, she's just kind of farting around. She's not really doing it. She don't really care. Well, when it came up to me, I tried my best. I was just running and running. I only could get around first the curve. I was trying to run the straight part, and then I tried to walk the curve and run the straight part and then the curve again. But I was having a hard time. I was just running my little heart out, with that little baton in my hand. And I must look like I was about to pass out or something because I was trying to do the best I could. And so they had PE teachers. They had the next kid to come get me and get the baton. And they came around me. Like I said, I must look like I was about to pass out because they came up to me and they're like, each PE teacher was on each side of me and said, keep on walking, don't just stop, don't stop, and we're so proud of you. And that really felt good that they were so proud of me that I actually did it because I was really trying my hardest, even though, you're set up for failure. 4 fat kids going to run a mile relay. And then on top of that, we had one of the kids, bless his heart, one of the kids, he was kind of a little bit crippled. He was a little fat kid, a little bit crippled. The poor kid couldn't even run. He had a gallop. He was just galloping. And it was an uneven surface to it. Okay, we're not supposed to laugh at him.
But you're laughing anyway.
Yes. It's really comical when you think about it. But it really was very pathetic, too. That poor little kid trying to go his hardest, he's just galloping away. Needless to say, our team did not win, but I try to do the best I could. The teacher's yelling at everybody else, run, and I'm just like, I'm trying, But yeah, I guess that makes me an overcomer on that too. I want to prove myself. Yes, I can do this. I might be the little fat kid in the class, but I'm gonna try my hardest, And I would do that with Biggest Loser. I try my hardest because I get competitive like that. I'm not. I care about people too much to be cutthroat, but I do want to compete against myself. I want to make myself proud that I can say, I did this. You want to count me out, that you thought I was nothing, that I was just this little blob trying to do something, but I would say, hey, this little blob can do something. I'm not a blob, I'm a human being, and I can do anything anybody can do too, and I can do it better. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I am the face of all of those people that are tired of just existing and want to start living. I have the drive and the want to inspire people on a grand scale. I want to be fit and healthy. I don't want to end up living in a nursing home because I'm too frail and unable to care for myself. It is scary, and I find old age to be ugly. I don't want to end up shriveled up, weak, hunched over. I'd rather be like Jack LaLanne. He was kicking butt to the very end. I have places to go, things to see, people to help. I have wasted so much time. I want your help, and I want it now.